Hi. What if I told you that you don't have to wait to play a new SpellForce title? Yeah, that's right. While we are all eagerly waiting for more info on Conquest of Io, a slightly different type of SpellForce game has peeked around the corner. SpellForce 2 Master of War. The name might be familiar to some, as Master of War is the turn-based card game that originally came with the SpellForce 2 Collector's Edition and was designed by experienced SpellForce developer Jan Wagner, who, fun fact, is currently leading the development on the upcoming official SpellForce game, Conquest of Io, so if you want to support him, make sure to check it out. And even though this version of Master of War isn't official, a lot of work has gone into both expanding it and making it accessible for as many people as possible. While the original card game featured two distinct factions, the Realm and the Clan, this version has a full 7, with the Pact, Shaikan, Undead, Beasts and Demons added into the mix, all totaling at over 100 different unit cards. But some of you may remember that Master of War was already available for PC at one point, so what makes this newly released version 4.0 different? Well, apart from the added factions, it now supports both Windows 10 and 11, as well as Android systems from Android 6 upwards, and the Android version can be installed completely offline without any extra downloads or annoying ads. It has a plethora of different game modes like playing versus AI, playing against another player on the same device, playing against another player on LAN/VLAN, as well as playing on the internet with the use of a VPN. And it also has cross-platform compatibility, allowing PC and mobile players to seamlessly compete against each other. It features new dynamic animations, support for up to 4K resolution, and a ranking system so that you can climb to claim the title of Master of War. And while this all sounds well, it doesn't mean a lot if you can't play the game, right? So that's what I want to go over next. Keep in mind that all that I'm about to say here can be found in the game's manual as well as the Master of War website in a lot more detail, the latter of which also has a lot of interesting lore tidbits, so I'd suggest checking it out. Both the download and the website will be linked below. After downloading and installing the game on your preferred device, you'll be prompted to choose your starter deck. Which one you choose is really up to your personal preference, but in order to become good at the game, you need to understand the functions of various cards. There are two main types of cards, units and spell cards. Spell cards are fairly simple. When played, they cause the effect specified on the card, ranging from being able to see your opponent's hand to grounding or flying units on the battlefield. Unit cards, on the other hand, are separated according to their stats and unique abilities. Each unit card will have a base strength and defense value that can be seen here, and generally speaking, the unit with the higher value will win in combat, though this can be impacted by various modifiers. Apart from their strength, the units are separated into Siege, First Strike, Flying, Magic, Archer, Tower units, as well as Summoners and units with special resistances added to them. Your deck must consist of 38 such units in total, including the hero card that we'll talk a bit more about later. The ultimate goal of Master of War is to defeat your opponent's army or to make them incapable of acting out any further moves. Actions during a round are determined by the action points a player has left. Those themselves are determined by factors such as the amount of cards a player has currently placed on his board. These points are consumed for everything from drawing new cards to attacking the enemy, and they must be spent each round. If you can't take any further action while having points left, you forfeit the game. The game starts by both players placing at least one unit card on the battlefield that will remain hidden to your opponent until revealed by scouting or by an attack. You can then decide whether you want to play further cards, draw new ones, or simply attack your enemy. Though keep in mind that if you have no cards on your board at the beginning of each round, you have no action points to spend, thus resulting in a loss. Attacking in this game works linearly, in the sense that you may only attack the card that is opposite of the one you are attacking with, which means that you must be careful not to block off a particular row with a strong card just for your opponent to avoid it later. Successful attacks where the points of your card outmatch the opponent's will result in their card being destroyed, and the opposite holds true as well. There are also scenarios where both or neither card will be destroyed, such as when a close combat unit attempts to attack a flying unit, for example. The final thing to note are the hero cards. Each deck requires exactly one. Heroes are not only powerful, playing them costs no action points, and they permanently give you 4 action points each round until they are defeated, in which case the action point system returns to normal. Apart from all of this, it mostly comes down to practice, but remember that both the website and the manual offer a lot more in-depth information on the mechanics of this game. If you have any questions, make sure to look them up there. Once again, Master of War is completely free to play and available in both English and German. If you want to support it, give it a go and let me know what you think of it. And if you want to support its original designer, Jan Wagner, and perhaps motivate him to bring us something similar in the future, or if you're a fan of turn-based strategy, check out SpellForce Conquest of Io on Steam. That's all for this video. give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and I'll see you soon. Bye!